Welcome to the Kim Wexler Show. Nah, just kidding. What's up, everyone? This is the latest edition of Vulcan Films, where we are talking about a little more Better Call Saul, getting ready for that Season 5 finale on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, AMC. It's the big season finale. We've got so much that's going to be happening there. It should be a wild, heart-pounding, or heart-stopping episode as we've gotten throughout Season 5, which has just been absolutely incredible along the way. Everything done by Peter Gould and Vince Gilligan. Absolutely incredible. And we are going through a little bit of a preview of this big episode here. We already did Season 5 finale predictions, which you can go find on my YouTube channel here. We also have Episode 9 already reviewed that was posted on late Monday. You can go check that out too. But now we're going into a Kim Wexler-centric episode here. Felt like it was just necessary after all that Rhea Seehorn's done with this character this year and how compelling Kim Wexler is. You can't take your eyes off the screen when she's there because you realize this is important. Shit's going down, and this is probably going to have some great impact on her character. Now, I'm going to present 3 theories here, and perhaps they're far-fetched, perhaps one of them comes true, who knows, maybe nothing happens still, and she moves on to Season 6, which is 13 episodes, a lot of story to tell, fully intact. Frankly, I think that's the most likely thing that's going to happen here, because we've gotten her major arc going throughout this whole season. And of course, she's going to do something in the season finale, but there's still that thought in the back of your head that something could definitely happen here with her that we're not going to like. Because just what we've seen with her rise throughout Season 3, she's been deconstructed from this conservative, do-your-job-by-the-books lawyer into someone who is just influenced by her now husband, Jimmy McGill, and just slowly going conservative and just going a little roguer by the episode, very methodically, up to the point where we get her going in the face of Lalo in episode 9, which was some of the most crazy stuff we've seen this season for sure. And along the way too, we had her working behind Mesa Verde's back with Jimmy. Then we had her quitting her job last week, and then of course, we have her inadvertently getting in the game, as in the drug cartel game, from going to speak to Lalo in prison, and then when Jimmy says to Mike that she's involved. That's not going to go away. That can't just go away. I think that's going to stick for a little while here, potentially into this episode in the season finale, or it's going to come back to get her at some point in Season 6. But throughout this season, we've had a lot of moments building up, and it feels like it's also building to something too. Again, nothing could happen now, but it feels like we're getting to something because it feels like an apex. Sure, BCS can draw this out here, but this feels like a crossroads moment for her too, in a way. Maybe a small way, but in a way. And maybe we are jumping the gun here, but Kim Wexler, I would think, is going to be in Season 6. But who knows? So let's go with here. Theory number 1. The original Season 5 poster shows Jimmy torn apart. It looks like a paper, or the actual poster paper, is ripped apart from each other. And they're all pieces, they're all kind of closely connected to each other, but the one thing missing is his heart. His heart is missing. Does that mean his heart's getting torn out by Kim? Is she going to leave him? Is she going to die here? I would think if his heart's getting torn out here, perhaps it means her perishing, or perhaps her going away in some type of disagreement with Jimmy, where she realizes she's thrown away her life here, and she's going to try to go start anew for herself somewhere else. That could also mean that perhaps the poster is also showing that it's Jimmy, but his heart's being torn out because it's taken by Saul, and he's overtaken by Saul. But it's a possibility here. Now, speaking of going away, Kim could be sent off here by Robert Forster's character to go to Omaha, Nebraska, where Jimmy, we know, will eventually end up as Gene, working as Cinnabon. That could make up for why Kim wasn't seen at all in Breaking Bad, because she was away the entire time, hiding away, just waiting for the opportunity. And if that's the case, then it makes kind of perfect sense. Maybe it's a little too early to think that happens now because there's a lot left of the story to tell. But Kim Wexler could very well be going away here. That's due to cartel infiltration or cartel knowledge of her, and just too much in Jimmy wanting to keep her safe and Kim willing to abide by it. Because, of course, Jimmy's going to be staying in Albuquerque, New Mexico throughout Breaking Bad, of course, as Saul Goodman representing uh, or helping out Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, and whatnot. So perhaps Kim is going away here in this season finale of season 5 here. Sent off, sent to Nebraska, and gone. And then perhaps maybe that leads into more Gene episodes, or maybe perhaps full Gene episodes in season 6. Now, the third one here is my middle name theory. Now, Kim is not going to be going away in this one here. This doesn't involve her dying or whatnot. This doesn't involve a major shakeup to her that puts her life in danger. But there's this middle name theory where no little detail goes unnoticed here when it comes to Vince Gilligan and Peter Goldblum's show here. Now, when we all saw Kim and Jimmy get married, Kim did not have a middle name. Seemed curious. Seemed a little curious to bring up. I think it's going to lead to something here. Or maybe it was just a hint at something. Maybe it was a hint at her having this other personality to her. Perhaps, this finale exposes another side of her. Something that no one, not even Jimmy, knows. Perhaps could it have been some type of hint at maybe this is no longer the Kim we used to know. I don't think that's a fully correct thing, but I do think that there is a side to Kim here that we do not know. I think there could be something just a little small. Perhaps there's, again, something to Kim that we don't know here, and that gets exposed in this episode. That sends shockwaves. That makes Jimmy just start questioning everything. What that could be, I'm not sure. You can take guesses in the comments below. That's, to me, a real possibility. And that would really be a little character-driven swerve here, rather than blood and guts and whatnot, because I think we're getting at in another way in this episode that's going to lead into a transition into season 6 that helps us closely bridge the gap to Breaking Bad. Of course, as I mentioned too in our talk earlier, nothing can happen to Kim Wexler. Absolutely nothing. And she mostly goes by Jimmy's side here. I don't think absolutely nothing's happening to her, but I should say nothing that's going to be absolutely groundbreaking here. So that will do it for our little Kim Wexler talk here on the possibilities on what could happen to her in the season 5 finale. You can stay tuned for our review of the season finale of Better Call Saul, which will be on our next episode of this show on Monday night. At Real Rob Wilkin on Twitter. Subscribe below, and be well.